What's up, Nomads? This is Camper Dude Joe coming at you guys. This is actually my first video here on YouTube, so welcome, guys. Welcome to everyone. Hope you guys can see me okay. So I am a disabled car camper, Nomad. I'm a disabled nomad. I suffered a major stroke 3 years ago. I've been living in my 2008 Toyota Prius for the past 2 years. And I'm going to show you guys my setup, what the car looks like, how I make it work, all that fun stuff. I'm going to share some tips with you guys about living in a car, some of the tips and tricks, so to speak. And that's pretty much it. I'm in my car now. Again, it's a 2008 Toyota Prius. This is kind of where the action happens, so to speak. I've been living in this car again just about 22 months now. Been an amazing, amazing experience, guys. I mean, literally it's changed my life in so many ways for the better, which I'll get into in future videos. But for now, before I get to the vehicle tour, I just want to go over a couple of things. I get questions every day on my blog, which I'll link to, and I'll also put a link in the video. I get a lot of questions every day from people that either A, need to live in a vehicle of some sort just because they can't afford their mortgage anymore, they're being priced out of their apartment, they can't afford these crazy rents anymore, so they either need to live in a car, or there's a lot of people out there, this is a huge movement right now. Van dwelling, car dwelling, a lot of people actually want to do this now, thousands and thousands of people. So I get a lot of questions every day on my blog asking me, how can I get started? How can I do this? What are the best ways to go about this? Here's the easiest tips that I can give you guys to break it down, and I made some notes for you guys, okay? Number one, I don't know if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. Research, research, research. Before you start on that, guys, before you start doing this at all, take 3 months, take 6 months, go online and really investigate what this whole movement is about. Because as great as it is, admittedly, it's not for everyone. It is a very, very tough lifestyle. There's a lot of sacrifices you have to make and things like that. So obviously you're not just going to hit the road, pack up, leave, jump in your car, jump in your minivan, your van, whatever it is, hit the road. I researched for about a year before doing this. What I'm going to need, stuff to buy, where I could stay, where I can't stay, is it legal, is it not legal, a million other things, guys. So research, again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, even a year before you hit the road. Ask questions, go into the different forums. Again, you can use my blog. It's totally free. It's carcampingdude.com, carcampingdude.com. It has almost 70 blog posts on there. Again, there's no charge for it. I break everything down. But number one, again, is research, guys. You really have to know what you're doing before you hit the road. Because, again, as great as this lifestyle is, it's not for everyone. It does take a certain type of individual to make this work. There's a lot of people that live in tiny houses now and things like that. This is way more extreme than that. I mean, you're living basically on four wheels, guys. Excuse me. You're living on four wheels all the time. So research as much as you can. That's step number one. Step number two, vitally important. Start simple. When I say start simple, what I mean is you're going to see a lot of what I call bull crap online. These $100,000 camper vans and these beautiful rigs and these gorgeous cars and these people on Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff. That is not the reality for 90% of the people in this lifestyle. Basically, we have average cars, average minivans, vans, whatever you want to call it. They're not the most tidy at all times. They're not new most of the times. We buy them used. or, they might be vehicles that we already have or something like that. Don't fall into the trap of believing all of the social media baloney that, you need to have this perfect rig and you have to spend $60,000 to make a vehicle over. And listen, guys, that's great if you have the money. If I had the money, I might do it too. But you really don't need any of that to start. You can start just basically using what you have, whatever it might be. You really have to take everything you see online with a grain of salt because, again, it is a lot of BS. People claim to live in their vehicles. They really don't. There's just a lot of nonsense, guys. People that want to sell you a bunch of crap, courses and items they push and all that baloney. So be very, very wary of that, guys. And, like I said, be realistic in terms of what this lifestyle is. If you're going into this lifestyle to live an Instagram type of life, you can do that. There are a lot of people that do that. That's fine. But, again, this life does have a lot of downfalls. So keep that in mind. Number 4, critical, in my opinion. You absolutely have to hit the road if you can, with some type of cash reserve. Have some type of a rainy day fund set up when you hit the road. Extremely important, again, in my opinion. When I started, I had about $3,000 in cash. And although that's not a lot of money, what happens is, if your car breaks down, if your vehicle breaks down, if you have some type of emergency, whatever it might be, you have that safety fund to keep you covered on a rainy day. That is extremely important because, guys, on the road, poo-poo is going to happen. Things are going to happen. Again, your car might break down. It might be a job issue. It could be 1,000,001 things. So having a cash reserve before you hit the road, I would recommend having at least a couple of $1,000, $2,000-3,000. If it's a little bit higher, if it's greater, so be it. But $2,000-3,000 is kind of what I would recommend to hit the road with. And that way you're covered in any type of, emergency, anything like that. Because again, guys, on the road, stuff happens and it's not always good. So you have to be prepared. Number 4, I think that's number 4 anyway. Number 4, make money on the road. This is super duper important, guys. Okay? Unless you're retired, and or you have some type of regular income coming in from rental properties or real estate or investments of some sort, you have to figure out a way to make money on the road because this lifestyle is very, very cheap. You would not believe how little I spend per month to live in my car. It's absolutely incredible. If you visit my blog, I have a blog post about that. You could read about it, but you can live dirt cheap. But at the end of the day, it's not free. It's still going to cost you money. So you have to have some type of income to maintain this lifestyle. And when I say this lifestyle, I mean gas, food, incidentals, car repairs, car insurance, savings, etc., etc., etc. So you have to have a budget. I have a budget. I recommend all nomads have a budget when they hit the road. But income is very, very important. There's a lot of ways to make money on the road. There's YouTube. I also have a full-time job, a telecommute job. I work from the car. I'm blessed. I'm very, very lucky to have that job. But there's lots of jobs like that. You could do sales, customer service online. Again, YouTube. You could do DoorDash, Uber Eats. There's a tremendous amount of ways that you guys can make money on the road, guys. But it is critical that you guys have some type of regular income coming in, because without that, it's going to be very, very difficult to maintain this lifestyle. And I've seen some people do it, and, they basically live like paupers. And that's not, to me, that's not the purpose of this lifestyle. This lifestyle is a journey to live better on the road, or at least as well as you lived when you were in a house or an apartment. So the only way you can do that is to have regular income. Okay, guys? Lastly, number 5, and this is a big one, guys. Just do it. What do I mean by that? After you've done your research, after you put together a little bit of a nest egg to get started and all that fun stuff, you might tell friends and family what you're going to do, and there's going to be a lot of naysayers, and there's going to be a lot of people that are critical, and even yourself, within yourself, and I went through this, you're going to have a lot of self-doubt. There's going to be a lot of fear, that little, negative influence on your shoulder is going to be telling you, don't do it, it's scary, it's dangerous, there's too many unknowns. Don't believe any of that, guys. If you truly want to do this and you think you have the personality to make this work, you just have to get out there and hit the road. You just have to get out there and make it work and take the leap. That's really is all there is to it. That's what I did. And it was scary, guys. I mean, I hit the road. I left a relationship. I left my son, who I still see all the time, but I left the comfort of a cocoon of living in a house. And that was really, really scary. And there is an adjustment period that takes time. But you will get over that. But initially, like I said, dive in. Just do it after doing the research and after figuring everything out. Don't listen to negative forces in your life. Don't listen to that little, negative, guy on your shoulder. Just, dive right in, figure it out. Worst case scenario, if it's not right for you after a couple of months or even a week or 10 days or 2 weeks or a month, you could quit. You can get an apartment, you can get a room, you can go back in a house, whatever it is. But just try it out and, see if it is for you. Because that's really the only way that you're going to know if it is for you at the end of the day. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope that's helpful. Let's get to the vehicle tour and we'll go from there. Okay, guys, that is the back of my Prius. As you could see, I guess that's the trunk area there, or the cargo area. You'll see I have my bed with the beautiful camouflage blanket. By the way, mi casa, su casa, guys. Just want to be polite. So let me take you a little closer. That's the bigger view. But let me take you a little closer so I could explain what everything is. Okay, so here, guys, I have my bed, and what this is basically, I used to have a trifold mattress, and it was really, really good. I got it for like $70-80 online. I think it was Amazon. I highly recommend the trifold mattresses. They fit really well, super duper comfortable. What this is, I got used to the trifold mattress, and then I kind of got rid of it. I'll show you guys what this is. Bear with me here for a second. Take the cover off. What this is actually 2 parts. That up there under my pillows, that's a crib mattress for kids, for toddlers. And I got that because I wanted something like with a little bit more bounce. So it's an inner spring mattress. Not really the most comfortable, guys, but the reason why crib mattresses are great is because it fits the width of the Prius between the seat and the door, I guess the wall here, really, really well. I mean, it's a little tight, but it fits in there. That's the only type of mattress you're going to be able to get in there, aside from the trifold, which again, I highly recommend. So I am going to go back to the trifold. What I had to do here, you'll see, the mattress, the length wasn't long enough. It cuts off at like my knees. I'm pretty tall. I'm about 5'10". So the mattress wasn't long enough, so I basically cut off one section, one cushion here of my old trifold mattress, and I kind of, pushed it up together so it makes one long, one bigger mattress, if you will. So that's what I did. It's kind of a Frankenstein mattress, if you will. But anyway, that's my sleeping situation. And again, guys, definitely highly recommend the trifold. Don't spend a lot of money on them. There's a ton of different ones online. They're generally anywhere from like 50, 60 bucks to about 100. And those are more than good enough. And here in this little cubby hole on the side, I normally tuck an extra blanket in there, maybe a sweatshirt, things like that. And then on this side, you'll see this, it's like a 15-gallon plastic storage jug. I keep all of my extra clothes in there. I keep my, some plates in there, some incidental, some things like that. On top of this plastic bag, I do get my laundry done every 3-4 weeks at a wash and fold. That's why it's in the plastic bag. So I just put it right on top of here. It fits pretty nice. On the side here in that plastic jug, I have more incidentals. I have, shaving supplies. I have, lotions, potions. I have a couple of doodads there, a cup holder, batteries in there. I have a little chafing dish for when I cook in the car. Up here, you'll see there's another little cubby hole in front of the storage container. So I keep, extra toilet paper in there. I keep a 12-volt vacuum. I keep plates in there. Just some other incidentals, guys. So you could see it's a pretty big area back here. And, I can't lift it now. I'm holding the camera. But underneath here, if I lift this up in the spare tire compartment above the spare tire, there's actually a huge space. And I keep all of my off-season clothes in there. So if it's winter, I'll keep my summer clothes in there, and vice versa. If it's summer, I'll keep my winter clothes in there, so on and so forth. And I have some other stuff in there as well. But it's basically like a walk-in closet. So this car has a ton of room, ton of cubby holes and compartments to store things in. But let's get to the next part here. Okay, guys, so what we're looking at now, this is the back, this is the rear driver's side, the rear seat on the driver's side. And as you can see, I am disabled, as I mentioned earlier in the video. This here that you're looking at, this is one of the best things I ever bought in my whole life. It's a foldable mobility scooter. It literally, as you can see, it folds like the size of like a walk-on kind of luggage with the wheels. It fits right there on the seat, literally folds up and opens up in literally probably 10 seconds. It only weighs about 25-30 pounds, and it is a mobility scooter, so I use it to go shopping. If I have to go in a store, if I have to go on a longer kind of duration type of activity, it's pretty tough for me to do. You'll also see I have my cane there. It's a quad cane. I have a little brush there for that I keep there for the snow, because it does snow here, unfortunately. I'm in the Northeast. This here is my shower bag. That's my dedicated spot for it. I have all my shower stuff in there, my shower shoes, my clothes, a towel. Underneath that, and by the way, guys, I just put this towel here on the bottom of the mobility scooter, because, you drive it through the rain and the dirty ground, and I don't want to put all that crap on the seat. So I have this towel here to keep the seat as clean as possible. Underneath the shower bag, I just have some more clothes down there. I have a sweater. There's a couple of incidentals down there. In the back pouch of the seat, in that storage compartment there, I have a folder with all of my important paperwork, my files, bills, things of that nature. So this here is what the back passenger seat looks like, guys. So let me get to the next part of the tour. Okay, guys. So here we're on the obviously the front passenger side. And this exciting place here is where I keep my 12-volt refrigerator. I think it's a 23 quart, if I remember correctly. It's pretty huge, guys. If I can get this open here. Sorry about that. You could see it's fully stocked to the brim. I have half gallon of lemonade in there. I have hummus in there. I have juice in there. I have vegetables in there. And it's not even totally full. And it's jam-packed, and I have a week's worth of stuff in there. So I picked this up at Walmart. I'll do a separate video on that if anybody has any questions. about where I got it from. I don't know if they're still available, but I got it at Walmart for 99 bucks, if you can believe that, and it's lasted well over a year now, so very, very happy with that. Let me see here. On the bottom, I guess the floor of the front passenger side, I just keep my water in there. I basically use it as a pantry. I have my canned food in there. One just fell over. I have to fix that. But I have my dry food in there, my pasta, my canned food, my protein shakes. I keep my baggies down there, the freezer bags, stuff like that. So that's basically like my pantry down there. I'll slide it in a little bit better so you can see that. And then in the back of the fridge, guys, you'll see that there's this gap between the seat and the back of the fridge. So I just store some other food stuff down there, some canned stuff. I'll store my wipes because I use those all the time, day in and day out. And by the way, if you guys are going to hit the road, believe me, you guys are going to go through a lot of wet wipes. They're going to be your best friend. And I have a blog about that on my website. Check it out. You know, some of the most important things that nomads need for daily living. You are going to go through a lot of wet wipes, guys. So, yeah, so I use this little space like another little pantry, and I have some water down there, some tools that I use every day, chargers and things like that. It actually fits a lot of stuff. It's a little unorganized right now, but that's pretty much it. And then on the dashboard, that's normally where I leave my laptop under there. I don't know if you could see it. And then this is my steering wheel tray, which I highly recommend. It hooks right on the steering wheel. And then you have an instant office desk you can eat on. You can prepare your meals. And this here is my Hot Logic. That is that blue thing there you see. It's basically a little 12-volt hot plate. That's what I cook most of my meals on. I do have a propane stove, but if the weather is bad or I don't feel like breaking out all the pots and the pans and all that fun stuff, I normally cook in that. I cook in that most of the time, probably 80% of the time. It just does a wonderful job. I'll do a separate video on that. Let me know if you guys want to see that, if you have any questions on it. Highly, highly recommend those. They cost about 30 to 40 bucks online. It's called a Hot Logic. There's all different ones you can get, different makes, different models, different brands, but they all pretty much do the same thing. Hot Logic to me is the best though. So that's it. So let me get to the final side, which is the driver's side, guys. Okay, guys, this is the last part of the tour here. So this is my driver's side, obviously. This is the cockpit of the 2008 Toyota Prius. This is my office. This is my living room. This is my dining room. This is my kitchen. This is where I guess I do everything, guys. You know, when you're a nomad, you're in the car most of the time or in the vehicle most of the time. So this is everything. But as you can see, let me just give you a little breakdown. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's the fridge I showed you guys on the other side. On top of that, you'll see I got a cell phone folder. It fits right, holder. It fits right on top of the refrigerator where the suction cup fits perfectly. So I include one of my cell phones there. I have two, one for work, one personal. I attached a little LED light on the side, one of those little tap lights, the little sticky lights. Perfect. And that right there is one of the best things I ever bought. I got it on Amazon. It might have been 12, 13, 14 bucks. Excuse me. It's just a little shower caddy, and it has sticky tape on the back, and I stuck it right to the side of the refrigerator. It holds really firm. I mean, it doesn't even wobble. But I put all my vitamins in there, my medications in there, my chargers in there, my toothpaste in there, just stuff that I use every day so I have easy access to it, which is key when you live in a vehicle. On the bottom of that, the cup holders, I don't put any drinks in there, guys. I use them for storage. I have a can opener, as you can see, an electric can opener. I have another toothbrush. I have some more medications in there. I have a couple of pens, some other doodads. So that covers that. And then here on the dashboard, I just have a charger. Excellent charger, by the way. I'll cover that in a future video. I have my other phone. And then underneath, the little hump there between the driver's side and the passenger side, I affixed an old tissue box with Velcro to the wall, and it holds very, very well. I put all of my medications in there, my lotions, my potions, my bedtime stuff, and then above that is just a little trash bag. As you can see, I just toss all my litter in there and my trash in there. So that is pretty much the setup, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If anybody has any questions about living in a vehicle, again, I will include the link to my website. But please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Leave them in the comment section. And this is my first video, as I said, guys. It's a little rough, so I appreciate your patience. But if you can, I would really appreciate liking the video and subscribing. That would be super fantastic. Let's make the world a little bit of a kinder place. And I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.